Gemini, hello, welcome in, darlings. It's Lauren the Mystic here for an energy check-in for you for the first part of December. Welcome in. For those who are new to the channel, I'm so glad that you have joined us. I have just prayed and meditated over our cards, and we are ready to jump right into your readings. For those who are returning, thank you so much for coming back, for being loyal. I so appreciate you, and I'm really just so grateful for all of the support that I'm getting as I am growing this new space. So every time you interact, it really truly does help me to tune into you more specifically. It helps support the algorithm so that I can grow, and it's a beautiful little win-win situation. All right, Gemini, so if you are a sun, moon, or rising Gemini, this reading is for you. I always encourage you to listen into your other placements because you might find more of your story there. So as we begin, excuse me, I still have a bit of a frog in my throat from this cold that I'm kind of trying to get through, this upper respiratory infection that just doesn't want to leave. But let's take a nice, clearing, deep breath together, shall we? And just breathing into the heart and ignoring the work being done outside on my neighbor's tree. Sorry about that background noise, but I had to do your reading today, Gemini. I just had to. All right. Very good. So, Gemini, may this reading really call in your own sense of agency and truth, your higher aspect of self, to really assist you in finding energetic truth in any of the archetypes I bring forward today, so that it may support you in your highest timeline and your deepest well-being. That being said, your first card out the deck is Spring Equinox, a time of rebirth. And I've really been feeling that for you, Gemini, from your past, the last energy check-in I believe that we did. I'm already seeing some incredible progress, so I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I'm seeing that you are in this space of really rebirthing yourself. There's this sense of overall change in identity. And I would imagine that Jupiter right now being in in the sign of Gemini, depending on what your Gemini placement is, but Jupiter being there is really expanding this area of life for you. And if this is your rising sign or your ascendant, this is really going to be working within your first house and your sense of self. And the next card that came out was River Movement, and this was in reverse. So I wanted to talk to you about that because coming out in the challenged position could indicate that you may still be a little bit resistant to some of the changes taking place. I know we saw that coming up in our last reading for you, that things were really uncomfortable feeling and you really weren't loving how much growth was being asked of you to do. And I remember really feeling this sense of you were doing it, but you felt like it was out of your control. And now this is advice and guidance from the universe to really allow for the universe to guide you with the natural flow, the natural current of movement through which all energy in the cosmos flows. I'm kind of tripping over my words. I'm laughing about it because you can tell Mercury's retrograde by the way that I'm speaking. Then we've got your Moonology card. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, which is about to occur, right? So we will be entering Capricorn season. This will be the new moon. Haven't looked into the dates, but I would say it's going to be at the very tail end, probably right around New Year's Eve. We're going to have a new moon in Capricorn. And I would say that you're going to really notice a difference as soon as that time. So in less than a month, you're going to really start to notice all of these changes, all of the growth, all of the hard work you've been putting into this process of rebirth, despite not being excited about that process potentially from the beginning. It's really paying off for you. And you're going to know and really feel tangibly that you are in a different space, that you are energetically feeling a huge shift. And that's going to come as a great relief. And to back that up, we've got the next card. I said that before I read this. Take time to breathe out. And so the universe is guiding you to take some time to relax, to enjoy. You know, the holiday season is always traditionally a beautiful time to really spend some time, quality time with friends, with family, even just wintering by yourself and doing things that truly make you feel good. Taking the time to relax, to enjoy the fruits of your labors, marked by first the 4 of Pentacles and then the 9 of Pentacles. So Geminis, this is you really working hard to achieve stability in your life again, to rebuild yourself into that place of stability. And I believe you've achieved that. I believe you're going to be seeing just how much you've achieved, even though you might not have felt that you have. The 9 of Pentacles is also a sign of a successful entrepreneur. It's a self-sufficient person who has overflowing abundance in their resources, and they're available to share it with others. They're excited to show off their riches of what they have earned, but not only to share it with those around them who really could benefit from their generosity, from their assistance, from their experience, right? This is a self-made person who's really put in the hard work and is joyfully very content with the fruits of their labors. And so that's where you are really in this process of moving to. From the 4 of Pentacles, a state of rebuilding into stability, back into this state of overflow and really feeling successful in what you're doing. And then we've got activated Earth. This is about trusting where you are being guided, that there are cosmic forces guiding you, whether that is through your decision making, or if you are being intuitively guided to take a different route to work. Potentially that's avoiding a catastrophic accident, right? This could also really be about feeling compelled or guided to travel into certain particular areas of the globe. Could be the country, could be the globe, to potentially energetically receive either a spiritual activation, or you yourself may be a healer of some type, Gemini, that is working with earth energy and here to truly help anchor in some of the new incoming frequencies of light that are coming onto the planet. Then we have Breath of the Cosmos. And so Breath of the Cosmos is again about being guided. So we've got a lot of cards here about movement, being trusting where you're being led, being guided, and to not fight against that guidance. So with love, I'm going to be more direct in this particular one. But if there are any Geminis listening who still feel some kind of strong sense of resistance, of fighting against circumstances, being upset and feeling like something is happening to you rather than for you, this is again another guidance card from the universe to try to shift into a perspective where you recognize the universal forces have your back and that you are being guided into the next best space for your alignment, the next best space for your growth, your evolution, your happiness, and that is all done within divine timing, right? And that we are not able to micromanage our fate, really, that really destiny should just be allowed to unfold as we are being guided through intuition, through circumstances. So if there's something that you've been fighting against or fighting to keep, something that hasn't felt like it's been working out well, or that you've been walking against the current potentially within any area of your life, if you feel like you've been going against, walking upstream, that feeling of walking against the current, that's a sign for you from the universe to turn around and allow the universe to take you where it would like to carry you to, that it has a better destination in mind for you. And that when we try to resist that, when we try to go against it and think maybe we know better, that sometimes what that results in is just this prolonged period of not accomplishing the goals, not getting to the objective that we are truly trying to work toward. And oftentimes the challenge can be that with our linear minds, we don't necessarily conceive the path exactly the way that the cosmic mind can conceive that, right? So we may not understand how our goals are going to be achieved if we just go with the flow, right? And it may not even make sense from a logical perspective to maybe take a different position. But I believe that you are being redirected here through time and nature, through this process of rebirth. You're being guided. And if you pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, those nudges, those intuitive hunches, those illogical little quandaries or urges, or all of a sudden you're just like, I know I really need to turn left here instead of right. And that takes you a little bit out of your way and it doesn't make any sense from a linear perspective. What you might find out is that after you trust yourself, that the reason you did that will become abundantly clear. Perhaps it's saving you from disaster. Perhaps it's guiding you to exactly where you need to be in a better way than you could have gotten there yourself. And so it's really this process of trust, a deep process of trust in yourself and in your abilities and what you're able to do. But you've already proven to yourself that you are reliable and that you can do it. You've got the pentacles to prove it. You've got the tangible proof. So continue that hard work. Continue to tune in and do what you've been doing, but allow yourself to relax into the process is the biggest message that I'm hearing. Relax and trust. And sorry about that loud sound in the background as we're concluding, but Geminis, I hope this has supported you. I hope this has given you some insight into what you might be moving through, even though I'm kind of coming in with a little bit of that advice you may not want to hear when I'm telling you to relax, because obviously I don't know exactly what I'm asking you to relax about, right? I don't know the specifics, but I do know that there's something you're making harder on yourself, darling. And so whatever that is, if there's a way that you can find your way into trust, into surrender, I believe that's going to carry you very beautifully to exactly where you need to be. So I hope this helps you. I thank you very much in advance for all of your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and the comments that you leave me. Take such good care, Geminis, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.